So I decided to try something new today. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to wear my Carolina football jersey today because we got to mix things up. Every time I wear my Carolina football jersey, it seems like we lose. I put on the Carolina baseball jersey and we still lose. But there is a but in this game. This game wasn't a waste of my time. This game was entertaining at some points, and it showed signs of promise for us as a Gamecocks fan. We lost to Ole Miss. Ole Miss is an outstanding offensive team. That is the best offense we've played all year, and probably that we're going to see for the rest of the season. Florida, obviously, if we play Florida when they're hot, they could be up there, but Ole Miss's offense, man, oh man, are they good. But let's talk about our own offense for a second. Let's look on the bright side. A guy named Kevin Harris today. I don't know if you've heard of him. 5 rushing touchdowns, sets the school single game record. He had 243 yards, 9.7 average. Yeah, go check out my new merch. Give it to 20 because that guy is an absolute beast. Totally, definitely go get that shirt. Link in the description. They're only $15 right now, so definitely don't be afraid to go get yours now. This game's still on. There's a minute 12 left in the game. They're just going to run it out. Matt Corral, holy, what a game by him. What a game by Elijah Moore. Our secondary's terrible. Terrible. And that just really showed it that game. Probably the worst coverage I've ever seen in a single football game I got to witness in this game. And we all know the 90-plus yard play to Elijah Moore, who was literally camping. He literally set up a tent. He had a campfire and everything. He was roasting s'mores. That's how much time and that's how much space he had out in midfield when Matt Corral let that ball go and threw it to him. 90-plus play. Holy how is no one there? How does a college football, a Division I, a Power 5, an SEC defense let someone that open down the middle of the field? It just amazes me. Obviously, the big topic coming into this game was Will Muschamp and his job security, and that's what I kind of themed this video towards. Is Will Muschamp's job safe? I think you look at this from 2 ways. Will Muschamp prides himself as being a defensive specialist. If Will Muschamp prided himself as being an offensive specialist, I think you look at this a bit different because the offense put up 42 points. They did pretty much what they were supposed to do against a pretty crappy Ole Miss defense. Obviously, they needed to put up more to win the game, but obviously you'd like to see some more help from your defense. Like, we got 1 turnover, we got the fumble. How did RJ not pick that ball up? Thankfully, John Dixon comes in, gets the 1 foot in. That was crazy. Yeah, we got 8 seconds, 7 seconds. This game's over. Final from Oxford, 59-42. Again, I said it. It was not a waste of my time. Going back to the Will Muschamp thing, if he was an offensive specialist, I think it's a different story. But the fact that you pride yourself as a defensive specialist and your team lets up 59 points, our defense was bagged up, yes. But you still have to do something better against 59 points. Are you kidding me? 14 points in the first quarter, 10 points in the second quarter, 14 in the third quarter, and 21 in the fourth quarter. You got to do something different. Like, throw something different at them. Make them think, I don't know what you have to do, but that's your job. I'm not a head coach. That's why I don't get paid $8 million because right now, I don't know what to do with this defense. That's your job. That's what you're here for. You're supposed to be able to get this defense in a position where they can stop the ball. That's why you're getting paid the millions of dollars, and that's why the couch coaches and Karens like me, if you get that reference from Nick Muse's interview, that's why we're here sitting here, because we don't know how to do that. You do, or at least you say you do, and that's why we're paying you, so do your job and do that. It's really rough to see us give up 59 points, but it looked better than last game. It was a more exciting game. It was not a waste of my time. It was entertaining at some points, and our offense actually showed signs of being good. I didn't like the call before the game at all that Colin Hill was going in. I thought it was outrageous. Colin actually played pretty good today. 17 for 28, 230 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. I'm not going to say he did lights out. I'm not going to say he did enough to make his job very secure because a lot of the throws that he had were wide open throws that you should make. Those were throws that Ryan would make. Those are throws that Luke would make. He did make a couple good throws when he needed to outside, which that was a good sign. But the deep balls where it really hurt, you saw towards the end of the game, there was one overshot on Nick Muse. You had a couple others to Jalen Brooks. The interception, that was not a good thrown ball at all. That was overthrown right to the Ole Miss defender. Shi Smith made 2 amazing catches off of Colin Hill bad throws. The one to the sideline, that was overthrown. Shi kind of laid out there, and then the one in the end zone, that was one of the greatest catches I've ever seen. Shi Smith, hope you make the league, because they're going to be calling. They're going to be paying you lots of money to make those plays on Sundays. So definitely keep working at it. Keep doing that, because we love watching that as South Carolina fans. That was an amazing catch. I could watch that over and over and over again. That's probably what I'm going to do after I'm done this video, is just going to go watch the good parts of this game, because it's not like I didn't even bother checking out the Texas A&M game highlights from after. I don't want to remember that. There's actually parts in this game that I do want to remember. Kevin Harris. I've already mentioned him. Kevin Harris. I would just want to say the stats again, because that's something that just makes me happy. It just brings a smile to this face here, because Kevin actually put up a good game. The day that I found out that Marshawn Lloyd was injured was a very sad day for me. I was like, what on earth are we going to do at the running back position? What are we going to do? But then a guy named Kevin Harris, a 3-star sophomore, comes in and makes me shut my mouth, and I could not be more happy about that. Kevin Harris, you're one of my favorite Gamecocks, and you might squeak into that all-time list if you keep playing like this, because I severely doubted you. A lot of people doubted you, and did you make me eat my words? Thank you. 25 carries, 243 yards, 9.7 average, and 5 touchdowns. I've already named that stat. I'm going to name it for you one more time. 25 carries, 243 yards, 9.7 average, and 5 touchdowns. That's a school record right there. Anytime you can put up a school record is an amazing performance by an amazing player, and that is what we have in Kevin Harris. When Marshawn gets back, even Deshaun Fenwick had a pretty good game today. Like, what did he do? 82 yards, 9.1 average? Imagine Kevin Harris and Marshawn Lloyd. This is going to be an exciting backfield the next couple years. So there's things to look up to for the Gamecocks. Ole Miss, if I'm an Ole Miss fan right now, that's a team that I would love to say, I am excited for my future. I'd love to say, oh, I'm an Ole Miss fan, because our future is looking really bright, especially offensively, and that's what is dominating the SEC right now, the offensive side of the ball. What did Florida win today? Florida put up some killer points against, Kyle Trask just cemented his name into the Heisman basically after that game. As long as he doesn't go and throw for 10 interceptions in his next 2 games, I think he's locked it up. 63 points in that game. I think he had 5 passing touchdowns in the first half or something like that. Unbelievable by him. Defense and offense, very black and white stories in this game. Gamecocks, offense, amazing. 42 points, that's the most points we've scored all season. It was very good. Yeah, we scored 41 against Vanderbilt. Most points we scored all season against any team. Yes, Ole Miss has a bad defense, but you know what? It's just good to get back in an offensive rhythm, and it's good to run the ball 5 times and score 5 touchdowns with your running back. Defense, terrible. Will Muschamp, I don't know what's happening to him. I don't know if this was enough to do it, because the Gamecocks were competitive at points, but he's the defensive specialist, and a very poor performance by our defense. So I don't know. I think, especially that they kept him around last week, I think that it's going to take a loss to Missouri this weekend or next weekend at home, a night game, to really cement it in that he's gone. But I think that he stays around this week. Just not that this is my decision, but the fact that he stayed around last week really makes me think that they're going to have a tough time letting him go here. So I don't know. I don't control this stuff. Again, I'm just a couch coach and a Karen. So thank you for watching this video, guys. Gamecocks lost, sadly, but it wasn't a waste of our time. It was a good game to watch. Lots of good things to look out for. And if we just can keep this offense rolling, if we get more of a passing game with these running backs and this offensive line right now, the Gamecocks offense is going to be dangerous in the future. Defense, separate story. Don't think about the defense. When you go to sleep tonight and wake up in the next morning, I don't want you to think about the Gamecocks defense. Think Gamecocks offense. Thank you for watching this video, guys. Definitely like the video. Hit the sub button, comment, and definitely come back next time.